What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about how much silver we should be stacking, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive silver content. Link will be in the description. And if you want to help support the channel by getting some DYDSS merchandise, we got t-shirts and hoodies, a bunch of gear that's raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations, and of course the brand new DYDSS in-frame t-shirt, hoodie, and sticker. Any and all merch can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And by the way, friendly reminder, all merchandise in the store is 15% off for the next few days. Get some discounted merchandise to help support the channel while you can. And I wanted to talk about something a little bit different today because many of you know that I like to read through the comment section of my older videos, and I like to respond to some of the questions that I get asked by some viewers and subscribers and supporters who leave comments on my videos asking me questions. It doesn't matter to me if they are a brand new stacker and they just want some facts or information. Maybe they're a long-time stacker and they want to know my opinion on something. Maybe they ask a this or that question, hypothetical question, whatever the case may be. Today I was asked what a decent stack of silver is, or at least what do I consider a decent stack of silver. So I responded to the comment prior to filming this video because I wanted to make sure that I was answering a question that they were asking and not accidentally answering something that didn't exactly answer their question. So I responded by saying, depends on why you're stacking. And the response back to that was simply to save money. So that's what I want to talk about in today's video. That's going to be the primary focal point. And obviously, if anybody watching right now has a question for me, head on down to the comments and ask away. I'd be more than happy to dedicate an entire video to you and answering your question. But if you're saving money with silver, a decent stack completely depends on a variety of factors. I mean, to be honest with you, the question that you're asking me, you can ask everyone in the world and everyone's going to have a different answer because the answer to the question is simply my opinion. But if you're just getting involved in silver, I would say to set a goal for yourself, depending on what your financial situation is. I have no idea if you're working a minimum wage job and renting at a studio apartment, or if you're making $250,000 a year and you live in a nice big house. I have no idea how much money you make or how much money you need to spend, what your expenses look like or whatever. However, I do think that if you can stack what you can, you're doing just fine. At the end of the day, if you're stacking 1 ounce of silver a month, you're stacking 1 ounce of silver more than the average human being out there. So, as far as I'm concerned, you're on the right path, even if you're stacking very, very slow. A decent amount of silver, I think you would have to look at your income and your expenses, because if you're doing it simply to save money, maybe you want to save money for the long term. Maybe you're saving money to help supplement your retirement. Maybe you're just saving a little bit of money to use as a potential emergency fund if something bad were to happen. If it's an emergency fund, I would say maybe a couple $100 worth of silver, couple 100 ounces, maybe 3 months rent worth of money would be ideal, potentially. You have to weigh out the pros and the cons, and you have to figure out how much money you make and how much money you spend on expenses and whatnot. But I do think it's really important to set a goal for yourself. When I first started stacking silver, the goal that I set was I want to hit 100 ounces of silver. Boom, did it. And then after you did that, you can always set the bar a little bit higher, maybe 200, and then from there maybe, I don't know, 500, 750, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever you can do. I think it's ideal for you to be stacking what makes sense for you. You know, there's obviously a lot of people out there who have, tens of thousands of ounces of silver, and I know someone like me, or someone like maybe some of you watching right now, maybe you're a little bit envious. You're like, oh man, I wish I had that much silver. I think we all want more silver. But as long as you're stacking what you can, I think you're doing just fine. Even if it's just a couple ounces a month, 2, 3, 4, 5 ounces a month, you're doing just fine. As far as I'm concerned, as I always say, I'm not a financial advisor, so don't take anything I say as financial advice. Make sure you're doing your own research and forming your own opinions and making your own decisions based off of your own findings. But in my personal opinion, I think a decent sized stack of silver totally depends on your reason for stacking. Like I said before, if you're stacking just for like maybe an emergency fund, couple $100 worth, as much as I hate measuring my wealth in dollars as opposed to ounces, but I'm trying to speak in a language that makes sense to everybody right now, a couple $100 worth of silver probably isn't a bad idea. If you're saving for the super long term, I'm talking about decades in the future, maybe for your own retirement, maybe you're stacking just to give it to your kids or grandkids or family members, friends, significant other, whatever the case may be. If you're stacking for the long term like that, I don't think that there's a specific number. I think it all adds up over time. Like I said, if you can only stack a couple ounces a month, 5, 10 ounces a month, multiply that by 12 months in a year, multiply that by 10, 20, 30, 40 years, you're going to have a pretty significant mountain of silver. So that's the way I see it. I don't think it's a good idea to compare your amount of silver to somebody else's amount of silver. Maybe somebody who's brand new to stacking, or maybe somebody isn't even stacking yet, but they're watching maybe this video right now, maybe to just learn a little bit, and maybe they don't even have a single ounce of silver, and they're looking at this and be like, oh my god, that's so much silver. The grand scheme of things, this is not very much silver. This is only a small portion of my stack, but this is just some of the stuff that I had on hand ready to show for a video. I think it's really important not to compare someone else's stack of silver to your stack of silver. That's like comparing somebody else's income to your income. Those are just my thoughts. Those are just my opinions. That's what I had to say about that. I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think is a good amount of silver to have stacked up? And also, why are you stacking? Because we're all stacking for different reasons. Maybe we're stacking for personal financial hardships. Maybe we're stacking for something much more large scale, like a complete and total financial collapse. Maybe we're stacking just because we like collectible coins. Whatever the case may be, we're all stacking for different reasons. Some for the long term, some for the short term. I respect all reasons for stacking silver. I'm never going to be one of those guys that, sit there with the Cheeto dust on my fingers and typing away in the comment section talking about, oh, how dare you stack for that reason. You're stacking for the wrong reason. I won't be that guy. But just out of curiosity, why are you stacking? And how much silver do you think is ideal? Or what do you think is a decent size stack of silver? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe for new videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also, make sure to subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive precious metal content. Posted 3 new silver and gold themed vlog style videos, a hidden camera pawn shop integrity test, and a product review over on the second channel. Link will be in the description. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. We got t-shirts and hoodies, a bunch of gear that's raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations, and of course the brand new DYDSS in-frame t-shirt, hoodie, and sticker. Any and all merch can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance, it's more than appreciated. And don't forget, everything in the store is 15% off for the next few days. Link in the description. And I want you guys to let me know in the comments, once again, why are you stacking? What is your reason for stacking? How long have you been stacking for? How long do you plan on stacking silver for? And in your personal opinion, what do you think is a decent size stack of silver? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.